Hey, it's Emily and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. Today I'm bringing you episode 2 of my new little series called Release Radar, and I'm going to be reading one of my anticipated releases for this year, and that is Ride With Me by Simone Soltani. This is the sequel, or well, it's the second book in the Lights Out series. The first one was Across the Line. I read that last summer when it came out and really enjoyed it. It was probably my favourite F1 romance out there. So when this got announced, I was very excited. I've been eagerly awaiting this release. I went and met Simone Soltani a couple of weeks ago. She was so lovely and so lovely to just chat to. I did upload a video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts if you want to check out my experience at the signing. It was so much fun. I came away with a load of stickers as well, and this is the bookmark I'm going to be using. Sorry, ignore my bandaged up finger. So I'm going to be using the Las Vegas Grand Prix ticket. It's also got the kind of like cover art on the back as well, but obviously you have to use this bookmark for reading this book. So I don't actually know much about the plot of this, like I don't know the tropes yet. No, that's a lie, I do know how it starts up. I think it's a wedding in Vegas. They kind of wake up and they're like, what the heck? And they're like married. This girl Stella and a British F1 driver. I'm so excited to read this. I really have been anticipating this for quite some time, like literally since I finished Across the Line, which was like last June. So it has been about a year since I've wanted more from Simone Soltani, and it's finally here. I do also have the audiobook on BookBeat, so I'm going to be listening to that while I move and stuff, which is why the background looks like the background. So it's time to jump in to Ride With Me. I am so excited. I keep saying it, but I am very excited. I love the little dedication. At first it says, for anyone who knows they deserve more than what they've been given, and then underneath it says, and for Mum D. Please don't read this one. So I'm guessing it's going to be quite spicy then. So we'll see. Today is also the day of the Canadian Grand Prix, so I feel like listen to a bit of this, put the Formula 1 on. Sounds like a good day to me, so yeah. I'm going to get cracking with Ride With Me, and I'll check in with you once I've made a dent and have some thoughts about this, but yeah, can't wait. So, time for a little update. I sat and read this watching the Canadian Grand Prix yesterday, so that was good fun. I am up to chapter 15, which is page 183, so making some solid progress. I am really enjoying this, I can't lie. It's taking me back to when I read Across the Line, and there's literally just been a crossover between like the characters. I don't know how to explain it without giving anything away, but like the main character in the first book in Across the Line, Willow, she loves something, and I've just made the connection of who our main female character is in connection to Willow. That probably doesn't make any sense. But yes, how this opens. So this opens, Stella is on a hen do and Thomas is on a stag do for like the couple that's getting married. They have a few drinks that night. They have a few drinks and they wake up the next morning and they're like, did we just get married? Like they have no memory of the night before. It's a bit like The Hangover. They're in Vegas and it turns out they got married, and Thomas being famous because of his driving, and Stella is a famous chef, has a big business selling macaroons, and so yeah, they wake up, realise that they got married the night before and have to go through the decision of like, what do they do? They make an annulment. They're both big personalities. It's not like, you know, they can just hush it under, you know, and then it gets leaked. It gets leaked that they're married. They agree to 1 year, they'll get a divorce in 1 year, and they have like these rules of what they can and can't do throughout that time. Is like the perfect balance of F1 and romance for me. Like I really like the F1 moments and like the media day and all of like that sort of stuff, but also it's got the right amount of like relationship building between Stella and Thomas. So I'm enjoying this so far. I'm probably gonna sit and finish this, I was gonna say tonight. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but Chloe's doing reading sprints tonight, and so I will definitely be carrying on with this then. I have to pop out for an appointment now, so I will pick it up when I get back, but yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. Like this is giving me such good vibes, and I love the characters, and I can't wait to see how their relationship grows, because they're still at the stage where they're really following the rules and only doing PDA when they're walking around the paddock, but they still think that the best thing to do is to not do that sort of stuff in private. but we'll see how long that lasts. We'll see. So yes, nearly halfway, and I'll catch up with you and have more to say, and hopefully I will make some solid progress this evening. So yeah, I'll catch up with you then. Hello, so it is the next day, the next morning, and I read pretty much the majority of this, like the rest of it, last night while watching the F1 movie premiere. I thought how fitting that I read this while that's on. And then I think I had about 30 pages left before I headed to bed last night, and then this morning the first thing I did in bed was finish off Ride With Me by Simone Sultani, hence where I've taken out my Las Vegas ticket bookmark. I decided to give it 4.5 stars. Simone Sultani just does romances so well, especially F1 ones. I mean, she's only written 2, but both of them have been so good. I literally woke up this morning thinking that Thomas in this is a genuine, real F1 driver who would be on the grid for the next race. Like, for some reason, these characters in this book felt so real to me. Like, I really did feel like I could like Google them and they will be like real. I don't know how to explain it, but she writes the characters really well. The F1 scenes were done really well. I will say the like third act drama in this was a bit like frustrating, which is why I didn't get like a full 5 stars, because I feel like the characters could have handled the situation so much better than they did, and it was just almost frustrating like what they were doing. But I have to say, Thomas Maxwell Brown, new bookish boyfriend, 100%. Like this man ticks all my boxes. Honestly, it ticks all my boxes. He is so lovely and so loving, caring, and just like says all the right things. He just really looks out for Stella, wants the best for her, and he's not afraid to admit how he feels about her, and I love that. I really love that. I was a little concerned at one point at where the plot was going. Well, not where the plot was going, that's probably not the right phrase, but I was a little concerned at Stella's decision making when she decided to do something towards the end. I won't say what because spoilers. She decides to do something, and I was concerned that her motivation to doing it was something in particular, and it was okay, but I was concerned for a minute that I was going to be like, no. It was really good, and I agree with Stephanie Archer on the front. Exhilarating, fun, and impossible to put down. I found myself binging it yesterday, just didn't want to put it down. Like I said, I was reading it while the F1 the movie premiere, like red carpet was on, so between interviews I was straight like looking at it again. I just didn't have enough energy in me to finish it off last night, hence why I finished it this morning. But yeah, I can't believe how long I'm gonna have to wait for another Simone Sultani release. Like, it's probably gonna be this time next year. I'll survive. What I like about Simone Sultani's books is that yes, the F1 stuff is done really well. It's also not too overwhelmingly F1. Like, you could read this without knowing anything about F1, without being into F1. You could read both Across the Line and this. You won't be confused, like it's not throwing around too much like terminology. So you could definitely read this with having no F1 knowledge. Reading this, watching the Grand Prix this weekend, watching the F1 the movie premiere red carpet has really put me in the F1 mood, and now I kind of really want to watch the movie, like pretty soon. I'm just such in the F1 mood now. I definitely read this at the right time, the right place, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to meet Simone Sultani at the signing. She was so lovely, and yeah, highly recommend picking up Across the Line and Ride With Me. Stephanie Archer also says in the back, I'm obsessed with Stella and Thomas, slow burn perfection, and I agree. Like, the slow burn was done so well. It wasn't too slow, but it was just right. You just sat there like wanting them to admit their feelings, that it was genuine, because it's obviously like fake dating. Like, the whole plot is that they accidentally get married in Vegas and they roll with it. They stay married. So it is fake dating, but like, you know there's more, and you just want them to take that next step and for them to admit it. But it wasn't too much of that, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense with all this, but yeah, really enjoyed this and can't wait to read any more from Simone Sultani. I believe there will be more in this series. I don't think it's staying as a duology. I think it is going to be like a whole F1 series, which I am so happy about if it is, because I love these 2 books. They're definitely my favourite F1 romances that I've ever read, for sure. But I think I am going to leave you there because I feel like I haven't got much else to say. I just had a fun time reading this, really put me in the F1 mood, and just, oh, was such a good romance. Such a good romance. We love Thomas. I certainly love Thomas. If you would like to leave a comment and let me know that you've made it through to the end of this video, if there is an F1 car emoji, then please put that down. Or like a checkered flag or something like F1. Oh, I've even got my checkered flag scrunchie. I didn't even realise. Something Formula 1 related down below. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon with a brand new video. Bye!